So hey, so Louis, it's good to see you again. Louis studied on our diploma course back in 2003. I think probably almost 2 years ago to the day. You were arriving in Sunderland, ready to start the journey. And you've certainly had an adventure since then, I believe. Traveled Europe and worked in various breweries. So I think it would be good to just hear about what you've been doing and maybe how Brewlab has benefited you. I guess maybe we could just start with where you're at now in that nice environment behind you.
Yeah. Yeah. So welcome in the Garden Brewery. So we are in Zagreb in Croatia. So it's one of the big craft brewery in Europe. Let's say that.
Hmm.
Beautiful place to learn. So I'm learning a lot there. I'm in the company for 10 months now. And yeah, enjoying it. Going from brewing to cellaring to packaging, going everywhere. Now I'm going more and more focused on the cellaring parts, which might be the most interesting part for me. Um, And so yeah, just loving it. It's like making incredible beers and just a team wonderful. Everybody is pretty much international, so it's pretty great. Yeah.
Excellent. So they brew the sort of beers that you're into.
Yeah. 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 It's so we are on 27 brew kits, 27 hectoliters brew kits. We are basically brewing every day between 2 or 3 times, packaging every day.
Hmm.
Um, so pretty intense environments. The
Yeah.
winter is supposed to be calm. It was not this year. But that's a good news. That's a really good news.
Keeping you busy then.
Yeah.
So maybe we could retrace your steps, starting with kind of when you checked out of Brewlab, and it was an open book, I suppose. Could you just let us know where you went from graduation?
Yeah, of course. So straight away from Brewlab, so I first went for a little trip in Europe. Instead of going straight home in France, I went in Amsterdam, then Luxembourg and Belgium just to see friends and everything. And while this time I was already looking for jobs, pretty much everywhere in Europe, I was open-minded on that. Kind of, I was interesting to go abroad because I like to travel, meet new people, and I study brewing in English, so why not using it at job?
Yeah, why not?
Then I went home, and in pretty much 1 month and a half, 2 months, I got positive offer from a company in Germany called Clovers. And then, yeah, 2 months after Brewlab, I was already in Germany, ready to start. So that was a smaller brewery than the Garden, of course, really local.
Mhm.
Um, I arrived, so I started working in the end of July, so peak of the season. That was pretty intense.
Yeah.
Started with, of course, the classic keg washing and bottling and everything because I didn't have any time to learn the brewing process there. And as soon as the summer was done, I was going on the brew kit and end up after 1 month in the company, being the main brewer and already teaching to other people how to work in the place.
Yeah.
So
Was it as physical as you thought it would be, or?
So yeah, I was expecting a physical job for sure. It was, especially in my brewery in Germany, was doing 2 brew a day alone. So moving the bags,
Mhm.
you that's the most physical part in the brewery. Well,
Yeah.
this kit was fully automatic, so save a lot of energy in there.
Mhm.
But yeah, physical job, I love it. That's great. Yeah, that make you tired for a good reason. So yeah.
Indeed, indeed. Then progressed, I think, after that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's quickly. I had to progress really quickly in this company because there was a weird dynamism, let's say. The most experienced guy, other than the brewmaster, was a student in how you call that internship, and
Got you.
he was finishing the internship, so I had to be ready before I leave, and so really quickly I got. And I'm
No
learning
pressure.
pretty fast, I think. So
Yeah,
under pressure, you learn even faster. So yeah,
definitely.
I managed to be able to brew quickly, and after I was in charge of brewing, cellaring, and had few colleagues coming for the bottling day and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So when you say cellaring, what did that involve?
So cellaring involved checking on the fermentation process. Also, we were using a flash pasteurizer. So between the fermenter and the bright tanks, and of course all the kegging and everything. So yeah, pretty much everything. Like I was working a lot alone there,
Mhm.
um, but that's a good way to learn. That was
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
interesting.
Focused on the job.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So how many was it months or a year that you spent there or
I spent 9 months in the
9 months?
brewery. Yeah, yeah. After 9 months, I was a lot alone there, and it was in a small village in the north of Germany.
Mhm.
Um, and so it was pretty isolated, and so I wanted to create my recipe, which was not possible. I wanted to be in a dynamic environment, and I got the opportunity to come here. And so from Germany, I came straight away in Zagreb for the
Brilliant.
garden.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Up for the next step.
yeah,
And that's where you're at now, and you've kind of progressed, and you're hard at work there.
yeah. So since I'm in Zagreb, I've been learning a lot more, of course.
Did you know the language, by the way? Oh,
No, I don't
okay.
speak German neither. So in
Okay.
both countries, speaking English.
Throw yourself into
Uh,
it.
yeah. Uh, in Germany was not a problem because I was working alone, so I can only speak
Mhm.
to myself.
Yeah.
But here in Croatia, so we have in the team we have one Irish guy, one English guy, one Chilean, and the rest is Croatian people. But everybody speak perfect English, so
Brilliant.
that's
That's
really
quite
great.
an international team.
Yeah. And so yeah, since I'm here, yeah, learned a lot. Again, I came here in May, so starting of the season, again intense time. So yeah, let's say in 2 weeks I was ready to brew already,
Yeah.
and yeah, brewing 3 times a day almost all summer. And after the summer, I started to go on the cellaring and packaging, to do rotation and everything.
Okay.
So learning a lot around there. That's really pleasant.
Yeah. Is there any reason why the team is so international, or is it just by chance? Or
Also, the company is part owned by a British guy. So
Mhm.
it was basically it started from a festival in Croatia called
Mhm.
the Garden, and
Mhm.
this festival wanted his own beer for the festival. And after the brewery start living on his own and growing and growing and growing. So it's partially owned by British people. Yeah, that's why.
Okay.
And so the head manager and the head brewer, one is Irish and one is English.
So well done on the journey that you've been on, and the opportunities that you've made for yourself. I wonder whether we could link it to the Brewlab training that you received from Phil and Alison. The course itself, the diploma, is very practically based alongside all of the theory that we offer. I wonder whether you could explain a bit about how that's benefited you in your career so far.
Yeah, so for sure from the Brewlab course. So I came on the first place in Brewlab to enhance and just confirm the knowledge I already had, and I learned even more than I knew, and that gave me the opportunity. So when I came in any brewery, I already had the strong knowledge and understanding of what is happening. So the learning curve is shorter for me, so it's allowed me to be efficient and on points faster
Mhm.
in the company, and most of the time manager like that.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, and also we have also a lot of theory in the brew lab. That's the most important part, I think, because we really come with a huge amount of knowledge after after the course.
Yeah.
I'm now in the company of the garden. I am already focusing on the deepest part of the cellaring,
Mhm.
trying to go really deep into all the process of fermentation, which is the most difficult part, I would say. And without all the knowledge from the Brewlab school, that would be tougher for sure. Doable, but tougher. Yeah.
Brilliant. That's good to hear. And just worth mentioning as well, alongside all of the theory and the practical kind of brewing work, we'll place quite an emphasis on the quality control. I wonder, has that benefited you so far?
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Knowing the whole flavors, we're working on that in Brewlab for sure.
Mhm.
And so every day we are trying the beers, and that's help us to see if there is a flavor showing up in the fermentation process.
Mhm.
And so the sooner you see that coming, the more you can react to it and solve problems. So of course it comes also with experience. We're learning every day, but we come again with good basis from Brewlab. That's for sure.
Brilliant. That's good to hear. Just a thought when you were talking about the practical side, do you still remember the placements that you did at Brewlab?
Yeah, of course. I remember a few of them was pretty great for me. The Alnick
Hmm.
Brewery,
Hmm.
that was one of my favorite one. We did the Full Circle one, which is kind of the same scale as how we are now.
Hmm.
So we didn't have done most of the thing in the Full Lab placement, but seeing it for the first time, that was really impressive. When I came here, I was really impressed, and now just yeah, you get used to it kind of
Yeah,
for this shiny silvery tank.
it's prepared. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you got a tap room at the Garden Brewery or?
Yes, we
Yeah.
do, of
Okay.
course. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Big tap room with 20 beers always available
Okay.
for rent and specials. Yeah,
Sweet. Oh,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
awesome.
That's one of sort of the good thing around there. I didn't have a tap room in my previous brewery, and having one there allow you to meet people.
Mhm.
We're also doing tours, so people can come and book a tour, and one of the brewer will show them the brewery, explaining the process and everything. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty dynamic, and they are sending us to festivals and everything. So yeah, life is
Can't
great.
complain about that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Living the dream.
yeah, it
Uh,
is.
do you think the brewing industry is what you expected when you trained, and I guess when you went into it, is it what you hoped for? I suppose is the question.
Yeah, so my mindset changed a bit. So when after after Brewlab, I was really hoping for really crafts and like a small brewery, like not automatic and everything. So this kit is not automatic there, but it's semi-automatic, let's say. Um, but the more you brew, I think the more you appreciate those kind of equipment. It gives you more control on the beer, and so the quality is just like rising up. So I really wanted really crafts, small brewery, and now I really like those kind of breweries where you can really go deeper into things, I would say.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Do you have a not a dream as such, but if you is it your goal one day maybe to own your own place and back in France, or do you think you'll just carry on exploring?
so I honestly don't have like medium or long term plans.
Hmm.
I'm just like going for it.
Hmm.
I'm still starting my career. I'm brewer since two
Yeah,
years now,
yeah,
so a lot to learn, a lot to learn.
yeah.
Opening my own brewery, that's not on my main goal for sure. The market is pretty saturated right there, right
Hmm.
now. Um, not you never know. If a rich man want to open a brewery and need a guy with a beer, maybe I
Why
will be
not?
this
Yeah.
guy.
I guess focus on just making a great product at the moment.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. I suppose, yeah. Any tips for anybody thinking about getting in the industry and kind of following the steps that you've forged,
Oh, any tips?
apart from attending Brewlab?
Well, I would say while attending Brewlab, like
Yeah,
even if it's really fun time, I remember those 3 months was we were like a really great team,
yeah,
uh, having a lot of fun. But use this time to learn as much as possible.
yeah,
Go for it. And even after, keep reading those files we get from Brewlab. That's important.
yeah.
Uh, and after, I have the looks to be kind of free. I don't have to go in a specific country. So if you can do that, that's the best. Just go around, meet people. If you don't work in a brewery, you can work in another one. Just go for it and enjoy it. That's the
Brilliant.
thing.
Yeah. And
Uh,
are you still in touch with your classmates? It was a very international class that we had.
Yeah, so there was like we were seven, right? Our
Hmm.
class. Yeah, so contact with Zeph Purvis from England, contact with Matthew from France, and also with Mark from Canada, from
Yeah,
Winnipeg.
yeah.
Didn't heard about Paul. I need to contact him.
Mhm.
But yeah, we try to keep in touch
Yeah.
together, and we are planning
And
also to see each other some days. That would be great.
yeah.
Um,
So I think there was Anand from India and Kate
Yeah, or
from
Anand
Taiwan. Yeah.
also. Anand also, I'm in touch with him. I know
Yeah.
he's going off a lot between India and England.
Hmm.
Didn't have the luck to go into the brewing industry yet, but
Hmm.
I hope it will come.
Have you kind of like carried on your studies as such?
I'm studying every day. I am every day learning new things. The guys in the team are pretty high qualified and they have a lot of knowledge. So learning every day. Um, so yeah, every day is a school day, getting better every day, I hope. Uh,
Amazing.
And yeah, even at home when try to read about new things in beer and everything. So yeah,
Well, yeah, thanks for your time, and maybe we can round off by a simple question of would you recommend Brewlab to anyone?
Oh, would I? Yes. No, of course, Brewlab is like an amazing time. You will first enjoy, learn a lot, and I think it's pretty much what brewing is about: is having fun and learning new things every day.
Yeah.
Even if you learn a lot in Brewlab, you will learn all your life about brewing, and yeah, Brewlab is a good start for sure. It gave me really a good credibility, I would say. When I was applying to jobs, people were not questioning if I was able or not because
Mhm.
the diploma is pretty well known now.
Mhm. Mhm.
So yeah, that's a really good cake to the career.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Well, Louis,
nice.
appreciate your time. You finished your brew day?
Yes, just finished. So everything is done for me there. I was brewing a milkshake IPA, one of the core range,
Mhm.
and we will finish it tomorrow. It will be brewed in four brews. We did two of them today. There will be two tomorrow. Yeah, big
Awesome.
week of brewing. Yeah,
Well, carry on the good work. Brilliant to hear from you,
thank you.
and
Yeah,
carry
thank
on
you.
flying the flag for Brewlab, and we'll stay in touch.
Of course, yeah. I hope to see you guys. We have to find a festival close to Sunderland so I can pop in the
Definitely, yeah.
school. Yeah,
There's a new craft beer festival in Sunderland.
yeah,
Yeah.
great. That would be great.